No nonsense gin drinking. All gin and a surprising amount of nonsense. Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today, my friends, on the show, I've broken the desk again, as you can tell by that loud crack, but apart from that, we also have the most, I think it's the most sustainable, eco-friendly gin we have ever featured on this show. And it goes by the name of Green Man Spirit of the Forest Wildwood Gin. Now, I can't imagine any of you actually recognise this gin because I didn't recognise it when I first saw it. However, you will recognise the makers of this gin because it is made by our good friends at Silent Pool Gin. And as many of my regular followers and subscribers and viewers, whatever you want to call yourselves, will know, that is one of my favourite gins on the show. They've done quite a few over the years. I've featured them right at the beginning of the show and throughout the show, and they've always been absolutely spectacular. In fact, me and Narissa did a video of when we went for a distillery tour there, and it's an incredible place. It's just a wonderful company. Wow, this is their go at a sustainable gin, and it is sustainable. You probably think to yourself, why? How is it sustainable? How is a gin sustainable? Wow, I shall tell you, my friends. That is because, I don't know if you can see here, it's actually, look, a cardboard bottle. It is made of cardboard. I'm not entirely sure how it is staying in there, but it certainly is. Look, it's not coming out, and yes, gin in a cardboard bottle. There you go, saving the earth. You're welcome. Anyway, more about that later. Let's crack on, find out a bit about it, and see what it says on the website, shall we? Green Man Wildwood Gin is the world's first spirit to be packaged in a cardboard bottle. There you go. Not world-saving by itself, we admit, but if we're going to be doing what's right for the earth, we figured we'd do it right here, where we live in, I thought that was the end of the sentence there, right here where we live in Britain's most wooded county, which I believe these guys, where the hell is it? Sussex. I think it's Sussex, but I am open to be corrected. In fact, I'll correct myself right now because I've just remembered it's in Surrey, not Sussex. Sussex is kind of down there from London, Surrey is down over there from London. That's where it is. Just in case you're not an expert in geography, there's a little lesson for you. Lightweight, carbon-friendly, and 100% recyclable, a bit like me. Made from 94% recycled paper, the Frugal Pack bottle uses... Frugal Pack, that sounds a bit German, doesn't it? Das Frugal Pack is good, ja! Frugal Pack bottle uses 77% plastic. 77% plastic, 77% less plastic, that makes more sense. Is 80% lighter, let me just feel, yeah, pretty light, and has a carbon footprint of 83%, which is lower than a glass bottle. I've no idea how they worked it out. To be honest, I don't know anything about carbon footprints. Like, the only footprint I know is when I've trodden a dog shit and walked it through the house and Narissa goes mad at me. And 100% recyclable packaging. Now, to be honest, I thought all bottles were recyclable packaging. Oh, I see. Hang on. Maybe that top bit isn't. So they're saying 100%. The whole lot is. Mind you, what's that thing made of? That feels, I don't know why I listened to it then. Is it, hang on a minute. No, it doesn't sound like recyclable. I don't know, but I've no reason not to trust them. Now, and there's one more bit here. It says, oh, here we go, about the gin. Enjoy notes of fresh pine, birch leaf and fir. I presume they mean the tree rather than what you get on a dog, which give way to a herbal mid-palate of rose hips and apple with a woody, rooty finish. I don't know about you, but I think all, oh, there goes the train cover, the phone cover. God damn it, that ruined my flow there. I was just making a little joke about saying it was about a rooty finish. So I was going to say a rooty finish. I think all finishes should involve roots, but now it's not funny. God damn you, phone cover. And it also says here, this might be interesting if you're a vegan, this is not vegan because it contains honey. Now, I'm always a bit suspicious about this. Vegans don't eat anything that comes from an animal, right? They don't eat the animal, don't eat anything that comes from within the animal. So what's the problem with honey? You don't milk bees, they're not secreting honey, they just make it for us. You know, they're workers. Admittedly, they're slaves, they don't get paid. But I think that's a grey area. I think vegans crack on with it and enjoy a bit of honey. It's lovely. Anyway, my friends, enough fanning about. Let's get the old top off. I must say, it is a very light bottle. And it's so cold in here today. I'm struggling to get any purchase. Hold on a second. There we go. Oh, shit. I think I just cut myself. Did I do it? No, we're okay. You see the risk. You see the risks I take for you guys to make top quality gin videos. It's absolutely extraordinary. You are welcome. Right then, let's get her in the old glass. Now, as I said before, they have form at the Silent Pool Distillery because they make extraordinary gins. I loved their first one, their original one, and their citrus one as well. So I don't know if this is going to be like that, using their own recipe. It sounds like a departure from the norm to me. However, I should put my nostrils quite within the glass like thus. Here we go, and sniff like, well, this. Doesn't smell too much like Silent Pool. I'm going to look a fool if it is Silent Pool, but to me, smells nice. Smells quite light. It's not very heavy and thick. Sometimes you get like a big thick wadge just kind of jamming itself up the nostrils there, which I do enjoy. However, occasionally it's nice to have a light sort of wadge up the nostrils, if you can indeed imagine such a thing. In terms of what I'm getting, quite heavy in the juniper, obviously. I'm getting something light and sort of resembling citrus, but I'm kind of getting more of a sort of a fresh kind of that appley notes in there. What else did they say was in there? I can't remember. It was God damn it, where was it? Yeah, so it's apple, pine, birch and fir. I'm not getting much of a piney, but to be honest, that's quite a good thing. I'm not a big fan of the piney essence in gin, so maybe a tinge. Maybe a tiny tinge. I'm not sure if you use the word tinge in your country, but look it up. It's a tinge is a little something around the edge, a tiny hint of something around the edge, a tinge of pininess. I like to think that I've got a tinge of pininess about my person. However, depending on the time of day, Narissa might not agree with you on that one. But anyway, I shall. That's a story for another day. Let's crack on and get some tonic and get it in the old mouth, shall we? So, a fresh thing of tonic here, ready to go. Let's get it in there. It's 42 or 43 was it? I didn't see. 42%, about what we'd expect. So let's crack a little bit in there. I reckon about that much. That looks good to me. Now, as always, as I say to this point in the show, thank you to all my patrons and my wonderful long-standing patrons who've been supporting me for years now, and indeed my YouTube members for supplying the means by which, with which I pay for the gin, the money. Supplying me with a certain amount of money for this show, which pays for the gins. That's a very complicated way of saying that, but thank you very much. I am indebted to every single one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is... Oh God, I have to take a breath for this. Green Man, Spirit of the Forest, Woodland Gin. I say cheers. Ooh. Wow. Wow, gin lover. That, for some reason, I was expecting this to be a kind of just all about the bottle, and they've just whacked a quickly cobbled together gin recipe, but it's more about being sustainable and having a cardboard bottle. However, my friends, as has happened many times in the show, I am proven wrong. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's like, hang on a second. Now that's weird, because I am getting that kind of beautiful sort of excellent balancing and a lovely light sweetness that I did get from the Silent Pool gin. So I guess it kind of, maybe it is their core recipe they're using here, but there's something, to be honest, I'm not getting anything fir or piney or whatever other kind of tree. I don't know, bloody, what's another tree? I don't know, green stuff, any leaves. I'm not getting any kind of leaves in there at all, or piney ones or anything. I'm actually getting much more, as with the aroma. You've got more in it. I thought it was going to be a light flavours, and it kind of is. It kind of is light, but not as light as the aroma suggested. I'm getting a beautiful kind of light sort of dusting of juniper in there. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say offset, because it's well, yes, slightly offset, yeah. It's kind of, it's that sense, it's quite a simple gin. It feels like quite a simple gin to me, which I always say are often the best gins. And it's kind of, they've got that sense. I think it's the apple. I think they've used apple in this. Now, you wouldn't try it and think straight away, oh, an apple gin. No, not by any means at all. However, they've used it, as is often the case with a really good gin, use something very delicately, and you just kind of get just a kind of sense on it, and it just tips it just slightly into a different area. Much like I always say, Steve the Bartender's gin uses lavender and grapefruit, which things I don't usually like, but they just use it tiny and delicately, and it makes something special. That's what they've done here. It's absolutely... Oh, yes. Lovely tingle of citrus, kind of a sort of lingering at the back there as well, just sort of reassuringly backing it up. But seriously, balanced and perfectly aligned version of all those things I just said. That's excellent. So let's have a go neat, shall we? Take the top off again and use my beautiful, wonderful and desirable no-nonsense gin drinking mug, which you could have. No one bought it for Christmas, so I don't expect they'll buy it afterwards. But anyway, you never know. You never know. I'll keep pushing it and someone might buy it at some point. So here we go. Let's try a bit of neat. Here we go. To me, kind of loses... all those elements I was saying. Just a nice sort of sting of ABB, but a little bit more bland, to be honest. This is definitely one for me. This is definitely designed with a gin and tonic in mind, because that tonic really does unlock all of those flavours. Give it a go by all means, let me know what you think, but that's 100% gin and tonic for me. However, my friends, what's the blighter going to cost you? How hard is it going to hit you in the old pocket? Especially this time of year, January, where it's freezing cold and people don't have much money. Is it going to make you have to go without food or heating? Well, good news, it probably isn't, because it is bang on the money. My magic number, £30, my friends, which is about, I don't know, hang on a second, £30 in dollars? Hold on.
That would be $36 US.
$36 US. Terrible comedy timing as always from Siri, and it'll be about the same of euros as well. So as I've always said, £30 you don't need to pay more. You don't really need to pay more for, unless it's a small kind of boutique gin. And these are kind of mainstream now, even though this one's not mainstream. Silent Pool themselves, as we know, are very most definitely mainstream. So that, my friends, is absolutely bang on the money, and literally bang on the money. And I recommend you get that immediately. So guys, to sum up, I've had this on the shelf for a few weeks now, and I was thinking to myself, I'm not sure about this. It's like a little side project from Silent Pool. I think it's a nice little novelty, having a cardboard bottle, but the other day, I don't know, it looks quite fur and piney like they said, and that kind of put me off a little bit. However, as always, as often the case, I was wrong. That was truly a delightful gin. So some people might just buy it because of the cardboard bottle. They might think, oh, even if it wasn't, if it was a substandard gin, people might be thinking, oh, but we'll get it because we want to reduce our carbon footprint, if you're into all that. But honestly, it's a win-win. You are reducing your carbon footprint, whatever that means, and also you're getting a genuinely brilliant gin. So all in all, it ticks every single box, and you cannot go wrong. And it's fairly good price as well. So you literally, as I said just 2 seconds ago, you literally cannot go wrong. So guys, hope as ever you found this video useful and informative today, and if indeed you have, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and press the like button on this video. And if you want to support the channel, head over to the Patreon page, join my patrons, or click the join button below this video to become a YouTube member. But until next time guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my YouTube members and my patrons, and of course, keep drinking the gin.